What about your first kiss?
In the mall.
The mall? Oh my God, scandalous.
Yeah, it was much more scandalous than its location.
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl. We're hanging out with Netta today playing 15 First. Check it out. How were your shows before we even dive in?
The New York show was it was crazy. I didn't expect. I expected actually nothing. I didn't know because it's not my my home field. I've never seen or met my people there. The crowd so diverse and so colorful, and there were so many LGBTQ amazing people, beautiful in the crowd, with a lot of like pink and yellow buns, and I was thrilled to touch people that are so unique and to do something that is so wide was really beyond.
Yeah, and then from New York you went to LA, right? How was the LA show? Was it similar vibes?
LA is very different. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It was very emotional. I met my friends there, Little Big, one of the biggest pop collectives from Russia who disagree with Putin's politics. So they ran away, and they may never come back as long as Putin is.
Oh my God! And they performed with you there?
It was so spontaneous, and they came with their No War shirts, and they performed with me the song that we have together. It was very strong.
Oh, wow. I mean, that sounds incredible. So now you're back in Israel right now then, right? This is back in your apartment?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How does it feel to be back? Or do you have a little break right now?
No break for me. I just shot the video for Nails. This is such an emotional video, and we used like 50 dancers for this one. It came out very different than we expected, and in a very, very beautiful way. And I can't wait for everyone to hear and see it.
Now, did you also learn choreography for this one? Because I remember the last time when we talked about CEO, it was months and months of training. Is this something similar?
It's very different. The Nails is very flowy. It's not like the CEO. It doesn't have the CEO vibe. Basically, I needed a lot of people. And I needed all of us to move like we are a matter in space, like we're water, like we're something else. It required a lot of rehearsals, but it's not choreo as we love to see on TikTok, and we love to see the Beyonce killing it. We did something more artistic, which I am in love with.
It's so good to see you, obviously, always. So today we're going to play a little different of a game. We're going to play our game called 15 First. So I'm going to give you 15 first times. We picked out moments, things, milestones to get to know you a little bit better about the first time you experienced them. So Netta, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, Netta, when was the first time that you realized you could sing?
I remember when I was in the first grade. And I was bullied a lot, so my mother tried to push me into places where I can discover my strength. Actually, a good tip for parents dealing with kids that are bullied. She sent me to the school choir. She insisted on me going there. And I remember myself having a lot of fun, but there was like a moment when the conductor, she wanted to give me a solo. And I remember myself stressing out because I knew my mother told me that we're going on a trip someday. And I told them, listen, I know we're going to Eilat, which is like a place in Israel, and I can't go. And we had like a vocal discussion. No, but I'm going to Eilat. And I was so excited like to go. And then he asked me to sing. And I said, okay. And then I remember myself singing like, I wasn't even excited. And I remember the heads turning instantly.
It sounds like that's when everyone else knew too. So you remember the moment everyone turned to look and was like, oh wow, Netta can sing?
Yes. I remember myself loving music, and my family was always listening to music. And my brother was drumming and dancing, and music filled out the house. But that was the first, and obviously my mother cheered us on because she's a mother. But that was the first time I realized.
Wait, Netta, this might answer my next question. Question 2 is, when was the first time that you performed for an audience? Was that the first time? So
Yeah.
both. Okay, what about the first time you performed for an audience, but like maybe it was in your home, in your living room, you did a karaoke moment with your friends. What was like that first performance you remember?
There's home videos I have like a lot of cousins, and we had like a plastic microphone, and you actually see aggressively how I fight them for the microphone.
You're like, cousins, get to the back.
Pushing them and grabbing the spotlight. This is disgusting to watch, but also very fun.
It's so funny. Okay, Netta, what was your very first job?
I sold slushy in the circus.
How old were you? And where was the circus?
I was 14 years old, and it was a circus from out of sea, from abroad. And yeah, I sold slushy, mostly the blue. It was very popular.
I was gonna say, what was your favorite? I feel like I have distinct memories. I would always go for like the strawberry, like the red one though.
There was blue, and there was like the passion fruit one when they used like the bag with all the seeds, and it's like I don't think the seeds are even real.
Okay, question 4. Who was your very first celebrity crush?
Jack Black.
Really? What did you watch him in, or what did you see him in?
School of Rock.
School of Rock is so good.
There's like a chubby singer there, and there is a sentence where he tells her about Aretha Franklin. When she goes up on stage and she opens her mouth, everybody wants to party with Aretha, and nobody gives a shit about how she looks. And as a little girl, it did something to me. I obviously fell in love with him.
Okay, so Netta, in the spirit of love, what about your first kiss? What was that like?
In the mall.
The mall?
Mall.
Oh my God, scandalous.
It was much more scandalous than its location. Really. It was in a mall in Tel Aviv. It was very not romantic, but it was actually very sweet. It was like we played truth or dare near the bathroom.
That's always how it happens, the truth or dare game.
I don't know if it's weird to talk about it. Like the first time when you realize that how someone else's mouth tastes. No, it's like it's. I was shocked. I was okay.
And how old are you? Is this middle school? What's the time frame?
I was 14. 14.
Question number 6, on the same vein. What about the first time you ever fell in love?
Time that I felt like a crush or fell in love.
Like a deep, deep love, or a deep, deep crush, bordering love.
A crush. There was like a boy who was ginger in the 6th grade. I didn't remember, but I read back like journals. I've been like a girl writing a journal. 300 pages I filled with like very specific descriptions on how are we gonna build that home, and what are we gonna name our kids, and what
300
and what I imagine his favorite flavor of Jello would be, and really very, very, very specific.
Wait, where is he now? What happened?
I really beyond me.
Okay, so Netta, keeping on our list, what about the first time you ever got drunk?
That's very early. It's a very early age to be drunk. You know, we have bar mitzvahs. It's like a whole thing for you when you hear about someone that had a bar mitzvah. Like all of the boys in our classroom, they have bar mitzvah, and we do it in like a synagogue. And there were glasses of wine on the table. There was a boy I had a crush on. he took the glass of wine and everybody said ew, and he drank the glass and finished it. It was like this sip.
So a little shot of wine.
I wanted to show them that I can do it as well, of course, stupid Netta, and I drank it, and he and everyone went like, oh my god, what are you doing? And I love the attention, so I drank. And
how was that bar mitzvah? Was it fun? Did you have a good time?
My mother took me home very quickly.
She was like, Netta, let's go.
She heard what happened and she came to take me very quickly, and I said really radical stuff in the car. One for the books. Yeah.
One for the books. I love it. That's so funny. Okay, so going back to music themed, what about question 8? The first time that you walked onto the Eurovision stage?
The first time, it was rehearsals. The song was already #1 in betting charts, and a lot was expected of me. And I never been on like a big stage ever in my life. I remember Doron, who wrote the song Toy together with Stav Vega. He took me by the hand. Like a blind person, he showed me all of like, there's actual footage of him taking me on stage like I need help walking. and there's everything from there is shot, so it goes right out. And people were so worried about me if they thought that I was drunk or like confused.
You're like, nope, just nervous, just need some extra help.
Showed me, come, this is where you walk to. And I said, okay. I was like really shocked. This is where you go, and this is camera A and B and 1. There's a red light. This is insane. So this was the first time. It was like a shock. It was like I wasn't even in my body when it happened. It was like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
This is not happening.
Now, we've all seen the Eurovision movie with Will Ferrell, Rachel McAdams, and you make a guest appearance. I'm curious, when was the first time that you met both Will and Rachel?
Will is an inspiring dude. I am a fan for so long of all of his comedy that he creates. There's something about my name that was really fun for him to say. He was always going, Netta! Netta! So excited to meet you, Netta! And every time he said Netta, my heart burst into a million gummy bear.
That's so fun. Was it such a fun experience being on that set?
It was out of this world. I've never been on a Hollywood set. It was in London. And it was like a reunion for all of the Eurovision winners. I saw Conchita and Lorraine and Jamala, and it was all quite cool. We were all sitting in one trailer and doing hair and makeup, and it was hilarious.
What about the first time you heard your song on the radio?
Well, it was weird for me because it was Toy, and Toy was like the part of the Eurovision, so it was obvious. A more exciting experience for me is one day I came back home from I performed in TV in Germany and came back to my roommate apartment. It's like it was stardom was really quick for me, so I still lived in my old apartment with roommates and one bed, no living room. And when I came back, I had like a little balcony, and there was a lot of buildings close. And I stepped out and I heard Bassa Sababa, which is my second single, playing out of 3 different homes from different times. So it was like, tak, tak, tak. It just came out and everybody was listening to it. This was a moment where I was, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible.
I didn't understand what happened up until that moment.
Which is honestly a perfect segue to my next question, which is the question 11, the first time you remember being recognized by a fan.
The day after the reality show, I remember stepping out. I went to the flower shop and someone told me, Do you know this show about people losing weight?
Oh, Biggest Loser?
Yes. So she saw me and she said, "Hey, weren't you on Biggest Loser?" That was my moment. But the most emotional, after I won, my microwave broke down, and me and my boyfriend back then, Ilan, we went to buy a new microwave, and it was right near our house, so we carried it. A microwave and a fan, because like our air conditioner broke down. And there was a little girl walking on the street, a little chubby girl who had like a headband with anime on it. You can see that she's the peculiar girl and the special one that probably nobody gets. And she was walking, and then she picked up her eyes and she saw me, and she was like, she didn't know what to do, and she started crying because she didn't know what to do. And me holding a fan, Ilan holding the microwave, we stopped, and we needed to calm her down and to guide her through the situation. She couldn't even speak. I knew that she would be mad at herself if she wouldn't ask for a picture, so I took her phone and I took a selfie of ourselves, and I said beautiful words, and she couldn't even say anything. And then we went away, and this was one of my favorite moments with fans.
I think that speaks to you as an artist, because I've seen fans do that to you in person as well. And that leads to my next one, is tell me about the first time you performed in New York City.
So the first time I performed was slightly after Eurovision. I only had one song and a bunch of covers I did on my paper, and it was on a rooftop, and a lot of industry people came, a lot of fans who heard about it and snuck in because it was a private performance. It was very special. It was very intimate. It was probably 50 people.
You do such incredible shows. What about the first time? This is question 13. First time that you had an embarrassing moment on stage.
I was a house singer in a blues bar where guitarists and drummers, they switch by the minute, and singers switch by the minute. You are waiting all night for your turn to go up. And I was the house singer, and it was like my moment, my shining moment. And I invited a bunch of important people to this show, so it was important. And there was a power break, and I was standing in the middle of a scream, and then boom, no lights, no electricity, no drum, no guitars, no bass, nothing. And at first it was embarrassing, and then the electricity didn't come back. My friends came and said, listen, we're leaving, the electricity doesn't come back. And I took the drums and I went on the bar and I started to do a little jam with myself. It got people really, really into it. I started to do a call and response, and magic happened. And then whenever we started to do power breaks on purpose every night. And it was so it was like the embarrassing.
Oh, so it was a happy mistake. It was it was a mistake at first, but then you totally transformed it and then it became a thing.
Yeah. If we think about a really embarrassing moment, I once performed in France. It was a big pride party. It was late, and I was wearing this big red dress. It was very short, and I am apple shaped, like my body. So pantyhose, when you put them, you have to pull them very high for them to stay. So I was standing and I was supposed to do a dance, and then I started to notice that my pantyhose are slipping down my legs. They got to my knees, and then I was I could do nothing, and they all can sing. And I am singing in the song. I'm calling Itai, I'm calling my stylist to come on stage and fucking help me, because I have this gigantic nails as well, and I would probably rip them if I picked them up. So I stood there cuffed in my legs by my pantyhose, and I couldn't move for the entire show.
Speaking of nails, your new single, I Love My Nails, is out. So I'm curious, question 14, we got 2 more for you. Tell me about the first time you ever got your nails done.
Probably first grade with like the markers. I would be actually really good at that. So I would do the other girls as well.
Okay, so Netta, last question for you. Question 15. Tell me about the moment that you felt like you made it.
We have a Jewish Halloween we call Purim. I hated that holiday because I couldn't dress like anything. I looked like anything. When I was a little girl, I thought like, yeah, I'm gonna be Snow White. Yeah, I'm gonna be a Cinderella. I was a girl. I was a Disney girl. I wanted to be a princess. And I was thinking, the minute that I dressed like a princess, people in school would say, hey, you don't look like that princess. When I grew up and I did Bassa Sababa, and I dressed up as a pink rhino, then almost all the girls in Israel dressed up as a pink rhino. And I remember myself going through the stories and crying the entire day and realizing, okay, that's a moment.
That's such a good one to end on. Netta, thank you for being here, for playing 15 first. Before I let you go, fill us in on everything happening. First and foremost, your music video is out. Congratulations. How does it feel to have it out into the world?
We've worked on this song for so long, and this music video is something that is so intimate. I dedicated to my parents and to my late grandmother. I actually tributed in the video. It's about rebuilding yourself for yourself, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty, really. The aesthetics is just a blah.
Well, we love it. Netta, we're so excited for you. Congratulations on everything. Always so good to see you. And thank you so much again for taking the time with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out our interview with Netta. Make sure you stream her new music video for I Love My Nails. It is out now. And listen to all of her music on iHeartRadio. And we'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.